great. You know what? You know what's reminding me of now? It's reminding me of ASL. I read a sad article today, and that sad article is that sadly, ICQ is now shutting down. So sad. So sad, my friends. VK, the Russian company that owns ICQ, posted a message on Friday that simply reads, ICQ will stop working from June 26th. Sadness, guys. Sadness. ICQ. You guys remember ICQ? Back in the 90s? Some of you guys weren't even alive, maybe. ICQ was all the rage during the late 90s and early 2000s. The app became so popular that it hit the 100 million user mark in just 2001, just 4 years after its launch, which, in the rise of the internets from 1996 and Tim Berners-Lee up to the dot-com boom of the 99-2000, I mean, that was a really, like, a million users, big deal. I remember jumping on ICQ, I think it was 1996, 1997, probably 1997. I was living in Japan. I remember I was in the computer lab, and I remember, who was it that introduced it to me? I think it was Donnie. Anyway, ICQ, short for I Seek You, was launched in November of 1996 by 4 Israeli developers from Mirabilis. It quickly became one of the first standalone instant messaging clients, enabling real-time chat between users and reaching millions of users within just a few years. In June 1998, AOL acquired ICQ for $407 million, integrating it into its suite of internet services and expanding its user base significantly and also at the same time destroying it. By 2001, ICQ had over 100 million registered users. The platform introduced features like contact lists, status messages, file transfer, and early voice and video chat, along with unique ICQ numbers for user identification. And, man, makes me think right now, like, what was my ICQ handle? Oh, I don't remember. Daggone. Do you guys did you do ICQ back in the day? What was it? There's this flood of nostalgia that's coming to me about this sad news article that I read. This is the genesis of social network. This is the genesis of social connection. This is the genesis of instant messaging. Like, we don't actually talk about that anymore, because it's just a text, right? Despite its early success, ICQ did face stiff competition from other instant messaging services like AOL Instant Messenger, MSN Messenger, and Yahoo Messenger in the late 1990s and early 2000s. By the mid-2000s, newer platforms such as Skype, Facebook Messenger, and WhatsApp began to dominate the market, leading to a decline in ICQ's popularity. In April 2010, ICQ was acquired by Mail.ru Group for $187.5 million, which rebranded it to ICQ New and focused on modernizing the platform for mobile use, incorporating features like stickers, chatbots, video calls, and instant and encrypted messaging. Today, ICQ remains operational until the next month or so, with a relatively loyal user base that's about to diminish significantly, particularly in Russia and Eastern Europe. It offers mobile and desktop apps, AI integration, cross-platform sync, and group chat functionalities. ICQ's pioneering role in instant messaging has left a lasting impact on digital communication, with many features it popularized becoming standard in modern messaging apps. Despite its decline from peak popularity, ICQ holds a nostalgic value for early internet users and continues to be a functional and modern communication tool until June 26th. So, this is some sad news, guys. We have a lot of new startups coming out all the time. If you ever spend any time on Kickstarter or spend any time on Indiegogo or spend any time within the venture or the startup networks and news, there are always amazing ideas coming out all the time. But rarely do we have startups that go under that actually made a significant impact and were part and parcel of the internet age, or maybe even the genesis of the internet age. And so we say farewell to ICQ. What a great, you know what's reminding me of now? It's reminding me of ASL. Can you believe it, guys? Back in the 90s, we used to throw around to each other ASL. For those of you guys, young bloods, age, sex, location, or language sometimes. But I mean, we would no one thought about privacy, no one thought about doxing, nobody thought about anything. I mean, move forward a decade, and we're entering into 2011, 2012. I was buying Bitcoin through PayPal and the dark web. But still, because Bitcoin was worth nothing at the time, you could literally trust a person to say, look, I'm going to send you a couple $100 here. You better send me them Bitcoins. I mean, these were different times, my friends. These were innocent times. Dare I say, 90s and especially the mid-90s. They were better times. If you have any memories of ICQ and the early instant messaging apps of yore, tell us a story in the comments. What do you remember about the old ASL ICQ? Man, now I'm thinking about Terminal and BBS. You guys remember that? Oh.